Hi guys, Margaret here, aka Margarts. Welcome to part 2 of my glass collection. If you haven't seen part 1, check it out. It's part 1 is focuses on the larger pieces, platters, large plates, that sort of thing. Part 2, more unique shaped items, plus candlesticks, small bowls, small dishes, little glasses, little geometric pieces. So, okay. These are some of my favorites. Everything here is going to be kept. So the little swan tray, just love that it prints really nice. The fish is always a big hit when I print that. People just absolutely go crazy for it. The cherries, I was real excited when I found this. So it's small, but it works, for piecing and whatnot. I loved this when I found it. So vintage, with the different fruits and whatnot. So definitely a keeper. This little vase I love, so delicate, but I print it and then print little flowers with like okra, things like that, and use a lot of embroidery, so it's a nice vintage look. So pretty. Okay, this I like. It's nice, little sun shape, fun. Kind of has a vintage look to it as well, so that's a keeper. And this is a keeper because it's brand new and I haven't even printed it yet. Okay, here we have some square and rectangular shaped items. This is nice. This is a thin line, just creates a little check pattern. Really nice geo. I love geos and texture. Okay, here we have a little basket weave. I have other things that print basket weave better. So if I had to let go of this, I could. This is a nice one. I like this. You have some solid areas and then some X's. So this is definitely a keeper. This one has little roses. So that goes in the keeping pile. This is a beauty. Nice little sunburst pattern in the rectangular shape, which I really like. This also has, the little sunburst. I like this. I like the rounded corners. Haven't printed it yet. But I'm envisioning maybe multicolor and then just tiling it, in different colors. So, which would take a lot of time, be quite tedious, but kind of one of those things where, okay, I have red out, let me print red today. And next time I have yellow out, let me print a yellow one. So it'll be, one of those long in the making ones. Okay. This is a nice pattern also. I've printed this and I used it in piecing. So this is a keeper. And this is I like the shape of this also, when you tile it and then it leaves a little opening. So that's obviously a keeper. Okay. Don't think I've printed this one yet. But I like the ribs on here, the solid corners. And depending whether you could print it like this, like a diamond, and then overlap it, create a nice pattern. You could create, a check and then an overlap. There's so much you can do with a simple shape, so that's definitely a keeper. And this, again, it's unusual, so I like the rounded edges. And, you can, go and tile it, or you can just, do little pieces and then use it for piecing. Okay, here we have some bottles and glasses and candles and whatnot. So let's start with this guy. The stopper, you can see, has a nice little flower. It's in a square shape, which I like. So you can tile, and a nice little handle for printing, which makes it easier. And you can print it on a diagonal. You can print it square. You can, make rows or stacks, or there's so much that you can do with it. I don't know that I even printed the side, but the bottom is also a large version. So, you can do both of them. You can make a pattern using both. So this is definitely a keeper, and this is a great one. Okay, this is simple. This was just, I don't know, like an oil bottle, I think. But as simple as it is, it has a nice little rib thing here. And, if you print it, no matter how you print it, you can overlay it and just create really nice patterns from simple things. It doesn't have to be complicated. That's what I always say. The simplest things, and you also have the top you can use. They're little, looks like a lifesaver. Okay. This I nabbed from a holiday party at my son's future in-laws. They had this bottle and I was like, Okay, need to have that. So, and then this is another bottle I grabbed from another party. I'm shameless. I never leave anywhere without something, but I just love the pattern on this. Haven't printed it yet, but, you know, I think it's just a pretty bottle just to even to look at, you know. So, all keepers. All right. Oh, this was exciting. This is a favorite. 2 ends, and I printed the one, I think I printed this in like a blue color, and then I printed this inside of that in all different colors. You know, it made a really nice pattern, so definitely a keeper. Okay, I just like the look of this, you know, but it has a nice bottom. Not quite square, it's a little rounded, but so it's a nice shape, and you can do a lot of patterns. And then again, this top also, you can use both ends. So the simplest things make the best patterns. So the number one thing I always tell everybody when it comes to buying glass is always look at the bottom. Now, it's just a glass, you know, but look at this nice X on the bottom. Okay, so this could make a really nice print, nice pattern. So, okay, again with the looking at the bottom. You know, and this, I love this. I've printed this. It makes a really nice print. And the shape of the top also makes a nice print. Simple things, doesn't have to be complicated. Again, look at the bottom. And then, honestly, I didn't even buy it for this because I have a lot of this sort of thing. I like the shape of this, you know, the angles on it with the circle in the middle. And it's small, and it can make a nice little print. And candlesticks are always fun. This is a nice shape. Again, you overlap it, you combine it with other things, you combine the top with the bottom, and, you know, you have a beautiful print for easy peasy. Okay, here we have some bowls. Let's start with this one. This is beautiful. This is just absolutely beautiful. So much texture, and definitely a keeper, okay? I've only printed this once, so I want to play with it a little bit more. Okay, I don't believe I've printed this at all yet, but the little circles with the flower will make a really nice pattern. Okay, now these are very similar. I get a lot of this. This is quite common, this kind of pattern. But you can, and first you think, oh, they're the same, but they're not. This has the little ones in between, so they're both worth keeping. You know, you also have the side here you can print, which I haven't done, so maybe I will. The sides, sometimes the sides can be tricky, but I work in small pieces, so it's okay if I only get a small section. Okay, again, nice little sunburst pattern, okay? These don't take up too much room, so it's easy enough to keep. And this is a nice little unusual pattern. It's like a cross with some sunburst coming out of it. So another keeper. This one I'm a little on the fence about. Your common pattern, but I like the little scallop on the edge. But truthfully, when you're printing it and you're putting it down, it's very hard to see to line up. So this will go in the questionable pile. Another pretty little pattern on the bottom here, which is easy. I just thought this was really pretty. Maybe I'll try printing the side of this a bit as well. So, and this is a keeper because I just got it and I haven't printed it yet. So 2 sides. It has a lid, and you know, so 2 pieces, and we'll see how that comes out. Okay, here we have some small, I guess, like candy dishes, and whatnot, little coasters, and let's clear a little space here. This I've printed this one, and I really like it. It's just a nice pattern, the circles, and so this is a keeper. Okay, this is nice and simple. Makes a nice little print though. So again, okay, this is like a nice big sunflower. You can see it this way. So the keeper. Okay, this is as simple as this is, and I didn't buy it for the designs on the side. I've printed it with this and this together, staggering them, and it makes a really nice print. So this is a keeper. Simple, you know, it doesn't have to be complicated. Okay, this is new. I haven't printed this yet, but I'm thinking it'll make a nice little ornament, you know, for the size it is. Has a little flower in the center, nice geometric pattern. Add stitching, and it'll be a beauty. I love the shape of this, so which is why I bought it. So, and it has a nice little ridgy pattern on the edge. So, you can actually print both sides, but I've printed the bottom. It's a keeper. This, I haven't printed this yet. It's like a little snowflake. Okay, so that'll be a keeper. Plus, it makes a nice little handle. And honestly, it doesn't have to just be a snowflake. You could probably make it into a flower, print it in colors, do something with the center. So this is a little seashell. You can print both sides. You know, this and then the outline. So that's a good one. Okay. Oh, this I love. This is, again, I love the shape of it and the bottom also. So both sides, you know, this one you can print as it is and then overlap it, and it makes a nice pattern. And then this makes a nice pattern on its own or with the top. So definitely a good one. Have a nice little shape on the bottom. So, and honestly, the top also, you could print the top, you know, down like this, and then print this in the center. So, you know, and you don't have to think about like big pieces of fabric. You could make little patches, you know, which are quite popular right now. You know, you get a little piece of like a plaid fabric or even solid, and you print a nice little design on it. You know, you can print a little seashell on it and makes a nice little patch. So you got to think like that. Here's a nice little sun shape, and that would make a nice little patch also. You know, you print this, you can stitch a little sun face on it. So that's a keeper. I like this too, as simple as it is. It's a little inkwell, so dusty little inkwell. You know, so you print upon them, and it's just a little dot pattern. So, okay. Again, little simple flower, easy enough to do. I like the little shot glasses, you know, because they're different sizes, and they're, you know, you got thin on top, thick on the bottom. A ring, it's not solid, it's raised. So all different size circles and dots. You can't go wrong with that. And this I've printed, I think I used this and made an ornament out of it. So it's a nice deep cuts. So you know, you get a lot of nice definition. And this one, oh, actually I have a little piece of this right here. You know, so that's that. So this I'll probably experiment with a little bit more. Okay, here we have some little, I guess, serving dishes, candy dishes, you know, that sort of thing. I like the shape of this. I like the pattern. If you print the top half, I like the ridge on it. So this is like, you know, 2 feet. You can print both sides. And I like any of these where, you know, you can, you know, print it, then print it, you know, and tile it and make a pattern. You know, one little thing, you can make a whole piece of fabric. Okay, and whether it's, you know, oval, you know, these are both oval, you know, they make pretty prints, you know, and you can tile them. You know, you can use it on its own. You know, again, we was talking about patches before. You know, you can make a nice little oval shaped patch, or, you know, you can tile it, you know, print it again and again, or, you know, you can combine it with other things. So those are both keepers. I haven't printed this one yet. I like the shape of it. It's a little different, and I like the pattern, which is a little bit different. Okay, this is a favorite. This is one of my all-time favorites. The way this prints, because of the little cutouts, when I tile it, it makes a nice design, and it leaves little open areas. So this is an absolute favorite. So an old ashtray, given new life. Okay, I like the shape of this. So I'm excited to play with this. When I print it, I'll probably, you know, like tile it in some way. Okay. And you know, this is just another, you know, shape I like. When you print it, it gives this finish like a little zigzaggy edge. So, because of the way it's cut. So, okay. And this little one is brand new. I just bought this. So, I like the shape, 2 little flowers. I should be able to tile this nicely. Plus, I got these 2 little pieces that went with it. Okay, we're going to finish up the part 2 glass video with these small plates. We'll start with this beauty. My son and daughter-in-law gave me this for Christmas. A lot of credit to Ellen, who searched this out. I think she was on eBay looking for something unusual for me. And it just really, I've never seen anything like it. So it's just a real beauty. And I'll treasure this one. They also gave me this a while back. And I just really like it. You know, it's something different. I love when I come across something unusual or different. And I'm really so fortunate to have these Ellen and Joe always looking out for me for things. They give me great things. So. This is a real pretty one. I've printed this, and I'm due to print it again. I just really, really like it. So this one is a little unusual as well, so I snatched it right up. I think it's like little, I don't know, it's like, I'm not even going to venture a guess, but just nice little print. And you see the little zigzag? That should be fun. Hopefully it'll show in the printing. Okay. This is a very nice bold one, like that. Again, just nice, you know, some of them pretty typical. This is a pretty typical pattern, but it's still, it prints nice, so, you know. This one I really like. It's a flower with the lines coming out from behind it. I haven't printed this yet, but it's a little hard to see. Little flower with some, and it's not quite a circle, not quite a square, so it's a nice little shape. And here's something a bit more geometric. So that should be a nice print. So, okay, I think that's it for part 2. I hope you enjoyed it, and happy printing. And if you want to see any of these things printed, just follow me on Instagram, margarts on Instagram, to see pretty much daily printing videos. Happy printing.